Hi everyone, I'm Sheila Armel. This is my daughter Raina Armel. We are doing a fundraiser together. We've named it SOS, Spine Operations for Sheila, because I need to ask for help at this time to get my spine surgeries completed. I thought I would go back in time and kind of fill everybody in on many things that they didn't know. Some people know these things, but I have kind of distanced myself in the last 2 years because of my pain and because of not having the solution yet. We lived in Kentucky in 2016. That's when my pain started increasing. I had a fall where I fell in the dark with some groceries, and I fell over the stand-up shower ledge inside of my brother's guest house. They said that my surgical site for my hip surgery was fine, thank goodness, and nobody looked at anything else after that. My pain in my spine continued to increase, and I was still going to work and doing much physical activity. I would have to lay down in the bed for 2 days, sometimes 3 days at a time to recover from going to work. And meanwhile, my pain is becoming worse. And I was very afraid because my pain was all over. It was in my spine, but it was also going down my arms, and it was also starting to go down my legs. I was afraid because the doctors didn't find anything else wrong, and I knew something was very wrong. Honestly, I thought that I was going to die and that the doctors were missing something. There's no way that I could have unexplained pain, of this magnitude, and it be for no reason. So I decided that we would move and I would go somewhere that has a better opportunity for medical treatment. So we moved to Colorado. That was in August of 2016. After we moved here, I got a great job, opportunity to train as a dental office manager, which many of you know I've been doing dental assisting all my life. So this was a great opportunity for me. I continued to work and also keep up the house. I noticed that I would have to lay down more and more often, especially with house cleaning. Then my job performance began to decrease as well. And I knew I would have to seek treatment here. So I got a new doctor here local, and he seemed to think that the focal point could be my shoulder at the time. So he ordered an MRI on my left shoulder and discovered that I have 2 tears in my rotator cuff. But that still didn't explain the rest of my pain everywhere else. It was radiating from my spine down my arms and from my lower spine down into my legs. So I was not satisfied with this being the solution to the problem, and I got a new family doctor here in our town. She's really wonderful and patient, and she's been with me on this path through this entire process. She began to order more tests. She ordered MRI on my lumbar spine first. That was in June of 2017. It was discovered that I have herniated disc at L5S1, which is the lumbar lower back, for those who don't know. I also scheduled an appointment with a neurosurgeon at that time and began to see him in Aspen in August. It was in August, of 2017. He confirmed that I had herniated disc, and Then he also ordered more MRIs on me. He also ordered that I lose weight, which I have lost 50 pounds to date with healthy eating. He also ordered physical therapy, and I have been doing that also since August of 2017. These things did not help my condition at all. Then in October 2017 is when I had the MRI done on my cervical and my middle thoracic spine. He discovered and diagnosed that I had herniated disc at my neck in C6, C7, and then also I've got slight herniations, T8 through T10. Those discs are more bulging and not as serious, but they still cause me great pain. So I continued doing the physical therapy, and I also continued my weight loss and tried strengthening, as much as I was able to on my own. I wanted to fight this, and I wanted to do what I could do to make this better. I found out then that the surgeon no longer actively practices surgery. I didn't know that when I established him as my specialist. So in finding this out, I decided to go to Denver to a new neurosurgeon. I took her my MRIs and she checked them out, and she confirmed the herniated discs. But she said this is not a surgery that she would do. And I've discovered on this path that you can't make doctors do a surgery. You can only hope for somebody to help you. They have no obligation to perform surgery on any patient. So she ordered injections of my spine, corticosteroid injections into the epidural space in my spine. The first one was in April of 2018, and it was in my lumbar spine. And then the second one was in May, and it was in my cervical spine. I chose to forego sedation for these procedures so that I could get them done sooner, and so that I could come back home with Raina and not have to stay overnight. I can tell you that these injections are the worst pain I've ever felt in my lifetime. I would say greater than childbirth. Very painful. And it would have been worth it if they would have helped, but they did not help. They actually worsened my pain. So moving forward, I asked the doctor, could I come back? I was hopeful that she would schedule me for surgery, seeing that the injections didn't help me at all. Then I got an email from her nurse stating that I could come in to see her, but that there was nothing that she would do for me further. So I was at a dead end. And at this point, I had done everything doctors told me to do. I had lost the weight, I got the injections, and I was continuing my ongoing physical therapy and working as hard as I could with it. Still, I'm getting worse as this is going on. I'm declining in my health. Also, I started to lose my mobility. It was slow and sure, but I had to start using a wheelchair. And this is hard for me to talk about because many of you probably have never seen me like that. I take nice pictures on Facebook because I don't want anybody to see me hurting and pain. I really thought that by now that this would be behind me and I could tell all of you this story after the fact. But it's not. It's gotten worse. And I need help. I need 2 surgeries. So I continued on this path, and I continued to see another doctor, and I got the same results. They told me what I need, and they're not the one to do it. But the consensus from the doctors is I need my disc replaced, especially my lumbar disc. That's the one that's affecting my mobility, and both discs, the lumbar and the cervical, are both pressing on my nerves. And once I get this artificial disc replacement, it's called, it will open the space back up between my vertebrae, and it will also take the pressure off of the nerves. The thing is that while I'm waiting, I'm getting weaker. I still cook healthy meals every day. I still clean my house. Raina helps me. We do everything together. She's great. I mean, we're a great team. But, that's what family does, for one another. But I've lost quite a bit of muscle in my legs. My doctor is quite concerned. At my last visit, my legs have atrophied, they call it. And it's because I spend approximately 20 hours out of 24 hours laying flat in the bed here. I can carry on a great conversation from the flat of my back, and I've learned a lot along the way. But it doesn't matter how strong my mind is, my body is weakening, and I have no resources to get these surgeries done. So I started hearing about surgery abroad. It's called medical tourism, and it's become very popular for people who either can't get the surgeon on board or the insurance to pre-authorize the surgery. Many Americans are going abroad and getting these surgeries for a fraction of the cost. So I started checking into this option, and within 2 to 3 weeks, I already had surgeons saying that they would help me, that they could replace my discs, and that they could schedule me within the next month. So I started pursuing this path, thinking, okay, I'm going to leave the country. I have pursued getting our passports. We've been cleared to leave the country, me and Raina, by Homeland Security, and it was quite a process, but it's complete. Now I just need help to come up with the finances to get the surgery. I have a wonderful surgeon in Mexico waiting to help me. It's going to be approximately $26,000, and that is for 2 surgeries. They have to be done 3 months apart. It will be first my lumbar, and then my cervical will be the second surgery. And they will also do special platelet injections into my thoracic discs that are bulging out to see if those could be helped with, less invasive treatment. So I needed to reach out and ask for help, and I've never made a video like this, so please excuse me for my awkwardness. The point is that I need to reach out and ask for help, and it's affecting me greatly. I've kept my mind strong somehow. My doctors would like to know how, and I said I'm just hopeful every day for change, and that it is a choice to keep your mindset strong. But I can't fix this problem by myself. and I need the help of a surgeon. And if anybody can't help me, I understand. It doesn't mean somebody doesn't love me because they can't help me. But I would like to ask anyways. And if you can't help me, then maybe please share this video forward and maybe somebody else can help me. Again, I didn't plan to ask for help along this path. It's definitely taught me patience and waiting. But I'm ready now. I'm ready for surgery. There's nothing about the surgery now that scares me anymore. It scares me that I'm getting worse and that nothing is happening. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and if you can help, please help. And if not, like I said, please share it to your friends and family or in other social media platforms that you can think of that might help. Did you want to say something?
Yeah. So, like she said, we don't really ask for help much, but when we do, we don't really get it. So we're making this. This has been going on for 2 years, and it's agitating because no one's even thinking about helping her fix it. So, it has put a mental and physical strain on both of us. I help around a lot. I do the shopping. I help clean the house. I also help cook sometimes. It's kind of scarring to see someone that you love in pain every single day. And we really hope that anyone can help us. So.
Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this, and I hope the video comes out okay. Again, I'm not a videographer, so thank you for your patience with that. If you're watching this, thank you very much, and we will talk with you soon. Have a good day.